In addition to me being a certified RV inspector, there's another area that I love to focus on. I help RVers maximize the performance of their RV and make sure they know a little bit about DIY troubleshooting and maintenance. During your RV adventure, you're undoubtedly going to encounter all types of outlets, electrical outlets, aka receptacles, when you're plugging into 120 volts AC. And if the stars align, you are always going to find a campground pedestal that will perfectly fit your RV's electrical needs. But that's not always the case. So I want to make sure that you have a really good understanding of these RV electrical adapters, aka Dogbones.
Welcome to another 2-Minute Tech Tip Tuesday. Brought to you by the National RV Training Academy, the largest hands-on RV training academy in America.
First, let's talk about the reasons why you might need to be using one of these adapters, these Dogbones. So let's say you made a reservation at a campground for 50 amp, and then you got to the RV park and all they had left was 30 amp. So that might be thing one. Let's say that you got to your campground and it was after hours and the breaker at your electrical pedestal was inoperative. It was broken and it's after hours and they can't come and fix it until tomorrow morning. You might be, let's say, you're driveway camping, meaning moochdocking at somebody's house, and all they have available for you is a 15 or 20 amp outlet. You might be, sometimes at our women's events, we will share a campsite. The campground will allow us to do that, and they have a 50 amp and a 30 amp outlet there, but both of our RVs are 30 amp, so one of us is going to have to use the adapter. And then also some state and national parks might have certain restrictions. So there's all kinds of scenarios where you might need to use one of these adapters. So at your typical campground pedestal, you're probably going to see a 50 amp outlet, a 30 amp outlet, and a 15 or 20 amp outlet, usually 20 amp. Sometimes it's one or the other on the 50 and the 30. The different types of configurations of these adapters are going to include different amp ratings on each end of it. You might see, let's say, a 50 amp male to a 30 amp female. You might see the opposite, 30 amp male to a 50 amp female. And this is really important that you know the difference and what you're going to need. Ask me how I know. If you just grab one off the shelf at the camping store and head down the road thinking you're covered, you might not have what you need when you get to the campground. Best practices when you're using these Dogbone adapters is this. First of all, before you plug into shore power, all of the 120 volt appliances are off inside the RV. Next, you'll connect your power cord to the appropriate end of the adapter. Then you're going to make sure the breaker is off at the shore power campground pedestal, and then plug in the adapter, breaker on. Some people ask me, is it acceptable to use an EMS or a surge protector with the Dogbone adapter? And the answer is yes. We highly recommend that. Same configuration, you're going to have to be plugging in your shore power cord to your EMS or surge protector, into the Dogbone adapter, and then into the campground pedestal.
If you're enjoying what you're learning so far in this tech tip and you want to learn more, why don't you hop on over to the National RV Training Academy, contact your local student advisor where you can start a business, make money while traveling, and be able to help out your fellow campers. Visit nrvta.com.
A really important tip that you need to know is if you're moochdocking, aka driveway camping at someone's home, and the only outlet that you have available is a 15 or 20 amp outlet, you need to be aware that they could have a condition called reverse polarity at that outlet. It's fairly common in the household, and the homeowner might be none the wiser. It's okay for them, but in the RV space, it's really something serious, because if you plug in with that adapter at somebody's home and they do have that condition, you have just energized the neutral line in the RV, which is a big deal because we don't have thermal protection on the neutral line in the RV. And that could bring you one step closer to a hot skin condition, which could be really dangerous to pets and humans. So what about the power consumption when you're using these Dogbone adapters? This is really important. Let's say you're a 50 amp rig and there's only a 30 amp receptacle available. So you are using a 30 amp Dogbone to your 50 amp power cord. The potential wattage that you could use from a 30 amp receptacle is only going to be 3,600 watts. So think about all the things that you can operate typically on your 50 amp rig and dial it way, way, way back. Your air conditioner, possibly. Microwave, you're probably not running those at the same time. You only have 3,600 potential watts to be able to use. Now, opposite of that, like I have a 30 amp rig, so I have a potential typically of 3,600 watts to use in my rig. But if I'm plugged into a 50 amp outlet, those people usually have 12,000 watts to use. Does that mean that I get to utilize 12,000 watts too, since I'm dog boning with a 50 amp adapter? And the answer is no, unfortunately. I still have a power cord that's rated for 30 amp and a breaker inside my electrical panel box that's rated for 30 amp as well. So lastly, if you're going to be using one of those sticks and bricks outlets at somebody's home that's 15 or 20 amp, the potential wattage consumption there could be anywhere between 1,800 watts to 2,400 watts. That's really not going to be much. Maybe an outlet, you might be able to kick on an air conditioner. It's going to be very, very limited. Most people are doing that either to keep their battery charged or they're trying to cool down the refrigerator overnight. So there's a quick review on Dogbone adapters. There's your tech tip.
All right, before you get to the bloopers, which is why you're here in the first place, the RV industry needs thousands of RV technicians and inspectors, and now is the perfect time to do that. If you want to make more money or have more control over your time, go ahead and click the link below. Or if you just want to learn how to fix your own RV, got something for you there. Head over to rvtechcourse.com and get started today.
Now for the reason that you're at the end of the video, roll the bloopers.
So let me tell you this about whatever that sentence. Oh my gosh, just that. Okay, at least we know he's done with his business now. What could be reversed polarity? We have just energized for the love. I know. Okay. No, yes. Gosh, Jason. Okay. Potential wattage. So there's a quick review. So that's a quick review on Dogbone adapters. Man, there's going to be all kinds of bloopers on this one.